हाँ तो ये जो है वो सिकंदर शाह थे और सैयद यूसुफ ज़ैदी। फर्स्ट टाइम जब सैयद यूसुफ ज़ैदी अपने दोस्त के जानने वाले को ला रहे थे, तो मुझे बहुत दर्द हुआ था सोने में। और सो Yusuf Zaidi brought Sikandar Shah to my place. That evening they came, and so Sikandar Shah told me that there's this Muslim woman, a dead woman, and her spirit is attached to me. And I wanted to know her background, her name, but he wouldn't tell me. And he told me that people may think that this is, or even he thought that this is all in my mind. I'm deluded, or because of fear, like some people have this, but this is a reality. First, they thought that I had gone insane and I was deluded, but then they told me that you are not deluded, and that this is a reality, that a Muslim woman's spirit has, dead woman's spirit has been attached to you. But I failed to understand because this happened in 2000, and I was told in year 1989, 1990 to recite Surah Yasin because there's a dua in it that an alim, a religious scholar from Muscat has sent me. So Surah Yasin is very good to, get the dead body spirit out and give it light and peace and send it away. As God says in Surah Yasin, peace, a word from the most merciful Lord. And get aside this day, O you guilty ones. Or get aside this day, O you evil ones. And Surah Yasin is recited for the deceased. So Sikandar Shah, Sayyid Yusuf's friend Arbab, his relative, tried to exorcise this person, this spirit, and I saw this dark grayish, very dark gray woman on my back, and it was hurting me a lot. I was asleep and I woke up. I became conscious. I couldn't get up. And then there was a time when she's come again, and she's saying, Allahu, someone saying Allahu. She herself is saying it, I can't remember. And then she is screaming. So I guess I don't know, is this, what kind of a mockery is this? Or Satan is mocking God and us Muslims? Because maybe as Muslims we say don't shirk, and we have done these things like no, hating Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's enemies like anything. We cannot stand them. We injured Hazrat Fatima Zahra salam alayha, and then I don't get the whole I just don't get the whole Islam. I have to read the Quran. I read the Quran, but I have to really understand, the Quran from 70 sides, they say. Quran has One word, one phrase, sorry. It has so many meanings. It has depth, like, an archaeologist uh, tries to go deeper and deeper under the ground, discover below the earth the prehistoric times. Uh, and then I was thinking, there are Bori Shias, there are Ismaili Shias, there are 12 Shias. So what really happened there? One Imam, his sons now. First we say Umayyads did this to us, Abbasides did it, and now we have to accept that the Imam's sons also did it. Could not be united. So from holy progeny, there are some rebellious people coming out. Sorry if you hear any noise in the background. I have some very lively neighbors. So I feel the greatest tragedy of Islam through my Imams, one of his sons against another. This is our greatest tragedy and my greatest tragedy. I still have not recognized the true Mahdi because, and of course, we believe that he will not come out of nowhere, like the Khalifas are gone, Imamat is gone, and one day he will come out of nowhere. Ooh. So I believe that whatever it was told me, that the Imam Khalifatul Rahman is always on earth, and it is a continuous thing, and we are continuing it. But now I feel after 1400 years, we have not realized, and so we are worse than those enemies back then who were against Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and those hypocrites who could not see and thought they would befriend the Prophet of Islam to, get into the system of Islam by befriending the leader and breaking it from inside, from the roots. And yet so many problems later on, that today we have so many different schools and things, one against another, because of the history of Islam, and we are just enemies of each other. And this is worse than, I think, I could be worse than what that person did who hurt Bibi Fatima Zahra salam alayha. No, no, no. I would stay away from all this. But what if I take responsibility? I feel like a responsible person. What are they doing? Sending prophet. Let me see if this prophet is true or what it is. It is my responsibility because this prophet has come into my area and now giving us oneness of God when we have believed in many gods. Or maybe I'm a Christian, the cousin, the cousin of Hazrat Khadijatul Kubra alayhi salam was, Or maybe I am a Jew of Medina. So, Zahra Jawad, are you saying now, if you feel responsible, how can there be a war or you go and attack, God forbid, the daughter of Prophet Muhammad when you are not forced to submit and they have not made a war against you unless you try to kill the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? God forbid. So would you attack? It seems like the enemies of the Prophet of Islam, if he did not, and if he was a true prophet, he did not force people. He just told them, probably like the Roman Empire, what Hazrat Musa alayhi salam told the Pharaoh Empire. And so just look at the truth that has been sent down to him, and maybe he is the prophet, true prophet. And then it is, don't you think that you would not have instigated any political or selfish interest action, manipulating yourself into Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's life and their religion? So it depends. It could be political. It could be for a self-interest. And because in Mubahala we are told that the Christians of Najran were, well, both of them failed to convince each other of the truth. And the priest, the high priest, the highest priest, the Pope, well, whatever, the priest of the Najran, and they met Prophet Muhammad, and so they tried to convince each other, but they failed. And so the Christians, if they were to stay in the Muslim land, they were to give this tax, jizya, and they were exempt from joining the army and fighting. So there was a lot of fighting. No, every land has the thing. Its soldiers, army. My God, a lot of complications have taken place. I mean, you see, still these Muslims are fighting each other. One is saying, I will not believe in the this kind of Muslim. The other is saying, I'm not going to believe in that kind of Muslim. And so Iran and Saudi Arabia, they are fighting each other. But my problem is not Iran or Saudi Arabia. My problem is the truth which has fallen apart on me. It is a great crisis. From the time when even in Shia Muslims, Ahl Bayti alayhi salam, disintegration took place. Or what is the right word for it? Schism took place. And so the Holy Imam, the rightful Holy Imam, has to communicate. And the brother was, no, you are not the Imam, I am the Imam. And so we Shias have a great tragedy, and this we need to solve first before pointing fingers, even as those Muslims are pointing fingers at us. What can we say to them when our house is divided? And divided in the sense that we can enjoy the diversity, the division, and but let me tell you, the wrong Imam is going to hell forever and ever, deeply in hell. So you cannot do this. Well, this is what I heard from Islam and the Quran, that any leader, no, yeah, any tyrant, any leader that is not chosen by God is condemned forever and ever, because then he is misguiding, dividing, disuniting the ummah, the nation, and about this everything. So what we are told to do is first leave the whatever the Sunni Muslims want or Wahhabis want or any other Muslim want. Leave them alone. Do not give your opinions there on their sites. First try to solve your own Shia problem here.